Do you want to help your blog or content stand out without getting in legal trouble by using random photos off the internet? In today's video, I'm going to share my favorite places to go hunting for stock photos that you can use on your blog or social media without having to give any credit. Hello there, my name is Anna and I'm a blogging coach and strategist, helping bloggers just like you grow their online businesses, increase their web traffic, and make more money with their content. If you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure to stick around by hitting the subscribe button. And of course, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Here's the deal. As bloggers, our written content is the most important part of what we do. But photos, especially good ones, can help your content stand out and can break the monotony of having paragraphs over paragraphs of text, therefore making our content more engaging to our audience. When you read online articles, what's more appealing to you? An article that's just chunks of text and looks like you're reading a book without any images, or a beautifully formatted blog post with great content and also visual cues that are relevant to the topic. Not to mention the important role that images play in social media graphics and promotion. If you happen to take your own photos, that's amazing. But for new bloggers who can't afford to invest in expensive photography equipment, or for bloggers just like me whose content is just not very visual, stock photos are an excellent option. So if you happen to have one of these niches, for example, a financial blog, or a marketing blog, or even a parenting blog where you don't want photos of your kids online, then your solution is to use stock photography that's there available for bloggers and content creators to use. If you want to learn more about how to legally use these photographs on your blog without getting in trouble, or why you can just simply go to Google or Pinterest and save images that are there, because spoiler alert, don't do that unless you want to be slapped with a copyright infringement lawsuit or a big fine. Go check out my blog post on it. I'll leave a link in the description below, and it explains the licensing rules of photos and how you can use these photos off different stock websites according to their rules. But for now, let's focus on photos you can actually use. These are 5 places that I go and find stock photos for my blog, brand, and business that I absolutely love. The first stock website that I often visit is Pixie Bay. They're a library of over 2.4 million images, vectors, illustrations, even videos and sound effects that you can use for free. You can then browse images by topic. You can even look at a couple of the photographers that you really like the vibe of and see more of their content. So if you would like to use images that have similar branding and color schemes, you can find a couple of these photographers that you like and just go to their profile. All these images are free to use, even for commercial use, so like marketing your blog or business, and you can simply go and download them as you please. If you create an account, you can also bookmark them so you can find them later. And for any search that you input, you can then filter them by the type of photograph, so depending if you need it for tall graphics or wider graphics, category, size, colors, and so on. These are super high quality images and you can find them for a variety of niches or topics, but the problem with Pixie Bay and the fact that it is free is that everyone else is using them. So I have often found photos that I thought were quite niche and not many people were using them, and then saw them listed on so many other blogs. So there's nothing unique about it. It's quite repetitive, especially if you blog about something that's a little bit more niche and you use popular search terms when looking for photos in their database anyways. And that brings me to the second place that I often use for stock photography. And when I mean often, I mean pretty much every single day or every day that I create any sort of graphics for my blog. And that is Canva, or more specifically my Canva Pro account. So first of all, if you're not familiar with it, Canva is a design tool. It's pretty much all drag and drop, so easy to use for people who are non-techie and they want to create beautiful graphics or images for their blog. But one of the reasons why I love them is because they have a library of photos that you can use, even if you have just a free account. You'll find these under their photo tab, and you can find a bunch of beautiful overlays or actually lifestyle photography that you can use and pretty much just drag and drop and then edit into your frame as you see fit. I absolutely love using them because it saves me an extra step of having to find photos somewhere else and then uploading them into the platform. But like I said, with the Pro account, so if you have a paid account with them, you get access to a lot more photos. And because these are reserved for their paid users, they're not so commonly used. In other words, they're more unique. You're not going to see them around a lot more often, and probably your competition is not going to be using them either. So you'll see these and they're usually marked with this little Pro thingy in here. And you can just drag and drop them as you please, or you can even filter them by free photos or pro photos if you see fit. I'm pretty sure that if you don't have a pro account, you can still use them and just pay photo by photo. So in other words, if you just want to use a couple of photos a month, they're quite affordable, and you can just buy photos separately rather than buying a pro account. But I definitely think it's worth investing in them just because they make your job so much easier, and then you can even edit these photos and customize the photos further, making them stand out even more. Third place that I go hunting for stock photography, and a place that I use photos out of so often, is the Style Stock Society. They're a membership-based style stock photography website. They have the most gorgeous and feminine photos. And I do have a paid subscription with them just because I use their photos so often that it was really worth it for me. You'll see here a little behind the scenes of what it's like to be a member, and they add new collections all the time. But because they're a private stock photography website, all their photos are completely exclusive to them and their members, which means it's very rare that other people will be using them. I just love their bright and colorful photography. They make great pins, they make great blog banners. You'll see here just a couple of the collections that they've added recently, and all these collections have like 30 plus photos in there. They're also great for presentations. I've used them a lot for my webinars or workshops in the background. And I just love the ability to search by color because it really helps me bring my branded content to life. But if you just want to try them out or just grab a couple of extra photos for free that you can use, be sure to check out the link in the bio because they offer this gorgeous set of 20 free photos that you can use. They're great, especially for social media or the background of anything you might be creating. Speaking of blogging freebies and a great resource for that, I absolutely love Creative Market. Favorite thing to do with them is that if you sign up for an account with them, and I'll leave a link below for you to sign up to this as well, it's absolutely free to sign up, and every single Monday they will email you with the free goods of the week. These change every week, and all you have to do is go in, see if you like any of them, and save them. But they have a lot of photos in there as well as fonts. And sometimes they have these little cute clip arts that you can use on top of your blog photos or to make very unique graphics. And these are absolutely free to download. And like I said, they feature new creators every single week. So you have to be signed up to be able to access them. But once you do, you can basically hoard any photos, graphics, or fonts that you think you'll be able to use in the future. For example, I save a lot of their fonts because with my Canva Pro account, I can upload my own unique fonts, therefore making my graphics stand out even more, especially when everybody has access to the same fonts. But one of the other reasons why I love Creative Market is because of their illustrations. For example, these that I have right here on my blog, I found them through Creative Market. And my little YouTube icon here with the red hair is also from Creative Market. And like I said, they do have a whole photography section as well. You just need to go and look for photos and then input your search result, and they'll just filter out the photos. And you can buy these individually, or sometimes you have whole collections of photos. In my opinion, I wouldn't necessarily pay $5 for a single photo that I only use once, but sometimes you can find photographers that offer really good bundles of photography. And the last place that I go looking for stock photos is Deposit Photos. This is one of those stock websites where you buy credit, and they often have really great deals for it. I think the last time that I bought a plan, I bought about 200 photos or so for under $100, so that's only 50 cents for photo, so to me it's really worth it. And your plans never expire. I use them a lot for my pet blog, where you just can find photos in other places that haven't already been used 1,000 times on the internet. And once again, you can look it up by orientation, camera angle, portrait, whatever it is. You can filter them to look for a specific photo that you have in mind. And they just have great photos, and sometimes even illustrations or graphics that are quite helpful as well, especially if you're blogging about something and you just can't take the photo yourself. And there you go. These are the stock photo websites that I've been using for the past 4 years, and they never fail me. They're all linked below if you want to check them out. But if you're on a budget and you just want more great resources like Pixie Bay, I have a free spreadsheet of 30 plus stock photography websites linked below. And I often update that. So if you're watching this video a while after it's been posted and you're not sure if these websites are still around, be sure to check out the spreadsheet instead, because I will update that a lot more regularly. As always, if you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It would really help me out. And don't forget to check out my other blogging strategy tips video and recommended resources. I'll see you in the next video.